What's up, you guys? Hope you guys have been awesome. So much stuff has happened in CryptoBlades, and today in this video I wanted to talk about the question, should you keep playing CryptoBlades, and what are the best opportunities right now to profit from this current market, as I believe this opportunity is very nuanced and not many people are talking about it. So before we get into the best opportunity in CryptoBlades right now, let's discuss a little bit about what happened, right? So as of now, the skill reward pool is getting depleted super fast. There's like barely any skills in it. So the recent skill shop syncs were kind of like temporary fixes, you know, like the shield cells, the trait name changes. And as of now, there's like almost no skill in the reward pool. That's why at level 41, I think with a 4-star weapon, you're making on average a loss around $5 per month with 4 characters. So that's around a loss of like $1.25 per character, which is pretty bad. Okay, but there's another address which they use to top off the token balances, and that's around 100k. So if they use that to distribute rewards, after checking the stats, around on average they lose 10k skill per day with the current economy. So like in an optimistic scenario, they'll last for 10 days, but more likely around 7 days. So due to this, the teams reduced their rewards, and now there's a lot of FUD going around with how the current economy is working. So the question is, should you keep playing? Is it still worth it? So before we get into that, let's just state the fact that CryptoBlades is a high reward, but also a very high risk investment. This will not replace regular income stream, and assume that you will lose everything and you won't get rich quick. By having this mindset, you'll be able to allocate only a small amount of your actual income to it, so that you won't be disappointed whenever scenarios like this happen. You won't freak out, as this is not a get rich quick money scheme, and so many things can go wrong. So let's get into the first scenario. So this is a very bearish scenario, lots of FUD right here, but it could happen. So we assume the rewards remain the same for a very long time. So in this scenario, it's not really worth it to play CryptoBlades. And if you don't really believe in the game long term, like you won't believe the PvP and raid releases will help the skills things, you won't believe they'll be able to get a lot of advertisement and sponsorships, and you won't believe their collaborations will work, then it's probably not worth it to play the game. However, in this scenario, even if you do want to sell it, right now, skill is very undervalued, and the weapons and characters in the market are very oversold and undervalued right now. So even this bear scenario where you don't believe in the game, it might be more profitable to wait until some more euphoria hits the markets, right? So everything starts pumping before you exit the game. So 95% of people lose money in trading. So why is this? They trade with emotions, right? So they buy high when things are euphoric. So whenever things pump up a lot, they buy these characters and weapons for a very expensive price. And whenever things dump, there's a lot of FUD going on. Just like right now, people sell it for super low. That's why they always lose money. So in these markets, we want to do the opposite, right? So as of now, when things are undervalued, you want to kind of hold your characters and weapons, your skill. And then when things pump, even if you're bearish, it's easier to, or it's more profitable to sell when things pump up. All right, now let's get into a realistic scenario, right? So maybe the rewards over time, in like a few weeks, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks or something, or a couple months later, they somewhat bump up due to the deals planning out. Like they have lower gas alternatives from Polygon, Avalanche, Echo. They accumulate some advertising and sponsorships. The PvP and raid skills things somewhat work. So maybe most of the people that do this have shields and 5-star weapons. So those 10,000 or 15,000 people and then there's still a bunch of bugs and errors still going on, and then the economists and team, they'll be increasing and decreasing rewards for skill repeatedly as they try to adjust and figure out how the economy works. So maybe during this phase we make around $50, $200 per account for characters. So these are numbers I randomly put on my ass, okay? But you get the point where you're getting somewhat profit, but it's like a fair value where the ROI is probably like 1.5 to 2 months. So not too bad. You're still making some gains. All right, third scenario, it's the super bullish, the euphoric scenario. So rewards increase like crazy. So a bunch of those networks that reduce your gas, they will also refund your gas. There's a bunch of advertising and sponsorships, many direct investments from bigger groups. The PvP and raid skill sinks are not only popular with the people with the big weapons, the 5-star weapons and leveled up characters, but a lot of people are using these as the game is very fun. And new developers are able to fix a lot of the bugs, so this will attract many new players as they see the success of the team. The rewards rates increase by 300-400%. Now you're getting on your ROI like maybe 3 to 5 weeks to gain it back, so $150 to $200. So as mentioned before, these are just random numbers, but you get the point where you're getting more rewards. So I very oversimplified with these 3 scenarios, as maybe a realistic scenario is like somewhere in between any of these. But now that we set up the potential scenarios, let's get into the best opportunity right now in CryptoBlades that pretty much no one is talking about. All right, so before we get into this opportunity, just realize that if any of these become popular and a lot of people spam this, then do the opposite, right? So if level 41 characters become super cheap by people continuously flipping them, do the opposite where you buy them and then you grind them up, and then when things become more euphoric, you sell them for 3 times the price, okay? So that's a very important disclaimer before we get to these methods. All right, so the best opportunity right now that I see in CryptoBlades is that character flipping. So this is the most obvious routes right now, as there are no rewards happening, but there's like a moderate demand to enter the game. So you can buy level 31 characters for super cheap. I've seen them go for 0.4 skill. However, let's say on average you can buy them for 0.7 skill. So combined with the 2 times EXP event that's just bolded right now, there's an obvious opportunity where you can flip those for level 41 characters. And these level 41 characters sell on average around 1.4 skill. And due to the 2x XP events, normally you can level these characters up to level 41 every 12 to 14 days from level 31. But now you speed up that process. So now you can flip these in every 8 to 10 days-ish. So you'll make around, after the fees, around 2.4 skill profits, and skill right now is around $40, so you make around $96 profits. And then maybe marketplace fees, you can deduct that, etc. So if you're bullish long term, what you can do is that you can reinvest to accumulate even more level 31 characters, right? So you get a bunch of level 31 characters, you sell them off when they become level 41, you accumulate even more level 31 characters, you repeat the process. If not, you're very risk averse, you don't really believe in the economy long term, you can instead just sell it and pocket the money. Or you can do a mix of both, where you, if you're pretty bullish, you mostly accumulate level 31 characters, and on the side maybe you pay for gas fees and you reinvest into other games and DeFi staking protocols. Alright, so for the second opportunities for long-term flips, now with the 2x XP event, you can level your characters twice as fast, and assuming earnings return to normal in time, in a few weeks or even months, you'll gain even more. And also, there was a statement that Croach said where old characters will be more powerful than newer characters later. So if you accumulate a bunch of these old characters, you will earn a lot more in the future as they fix the earning XP curve. Then if Euphoria returns to CryptoBlades and you accumulate a bunch of skill, so you can sell that for later. And for example, if you invest until level 31 right now, and then that's around $28, Euphoria returns, and then you sell it around the same price for skill, but then now skill is around $80, you'll make around $92, and that'll be a 230% return on your investment, which is super good. And that might happen within a week or two, or weeks, months, etc. So really sweet deal. And also you'll earn more in raids and the incoming game later, which will be released maybe later this year or next year, CryptoBlades Kingdom, as you'll use these characters to play in that game. And for weapons, they're selling super cheap right now due to the reforging event. So 4-star weapons are selling for 0.5 skill, while 5-star weapons are selling for 1.5 skill. So for grinding, you can accumulate a bunch of these 4-star weapons as they give you the best bang for your buck until when things return to normal. And then once Euphoria returns, maybe they cancel the forging bonus events, there will be a high demand for 5-star weapons. So maybe you buy a 5-star weapon for 1.5 skill now for $60 total. Euphoria returns, 2 skill becomes $80. So now you sell it for $160, you pocket $100. So that's around a 250% return minus the market fees, etc. So that's a very chill flip you can do later if you believe that 5-star weapons will remain valuable in the future. And the last opportunity I wanted to talk about was a great opportunity to buy BNB soon. So BNB is very overvalued right now. It shot up like so much the past 21 days, and based off of history, like the past 10 mini cycles for every couple weeks, there's usually a correction every 20 to 30 days, which BNB drops by like 20, 30, 40%. And we are on the 21st day of this upcoming cycle. So based off of the odds, with every passing day for the next 9 days, there's a very high chance that a correction will happen. So right now you could accumulate some stable coins or your local currency so that when BNB drops by 20, 30, 40% or whatever it drops by, you can swoop up a bunch of cheap BNB for your transaction fees so that you don't have to continuously buy BNB, which would be more expensive longer term. So hope these tips helps, and yeah, lots of exciting stuff still going on CryptoBlades. You know, I'm still personally bullish, very optimistic on the team, the CryptoBlades community, as I feel that it's getting stronger. However, we still have to take a very unbiased approach where we continuously take profits, but we do that variably, right? When skill pumped by 80 to 100% a couple of days ago, that's when I personally took a lot more profits. And then now when skill is a little bit more undervalued, I'm personally accumulating more skill, flipping more characters, accumulating more level 31 characters and more 4-star weapons personally. So do whatever you think is most profitable and the most value that you think can be created. And yeah, so hope you guys have a great day and talk to y'all next time.